Greetings everyone, Brett here with Hammerhead Model Making, back with another 5-minute review. Today we're going to be looking at Academy's M1A1 Abrams in 1/35 scale. This is the Iraq 2003 version of this kit, and I've built this kit in the past. It's been probably close to 15-16 years since I built this kit originally, and I don't actually really remember much about building about building the kit. Of note, the original tooling for this kit was in the late 80s. They have created updated sprues since then, so this particular kit is the most up-to-date version of this tooling. So some of the parts are older than other parts, but in general, I think the overall quality is pretty decent. You get some rubber band style tank tracks there. There are a few ejector pin marks on the tracks, so beware. One piece lower hull, and for the most part, it's pretty decent. It's rather simple compared to modern 2023 standards. It kind of has the same issue that older Tamiya armor kits had, where open sponsons, you can see if you have a hatch open, for example, like the driver's hatch or the loader's hatch in the turret or something, you can see straight through to the ground. So that's kind of an issue. 2-part barrels, so you got seam line running around, a lot of complex shapes on the barrels. Rather simple decal sheet. This does come with markings for an Army version. You get a clear piece of acetate for the gunner sights and the active protection system, as well as these. They're basically stickers for the thermal markings on the cheeks of the turret. Instructions are pretty straightforward. It has you build up all the running gear, the lower hull, all the stuff going on top of that, and then you have the turret, the gun, the main gun, hatches, all those things. Bustle, you do get a little bit of nylon mesh for the bustles, and you have to use the templates in the instructions to cut out the correct shapes. Kind of a pain, but I mean, hey, it was better than nothing. One of the things I do appreciate is it does give you pictures of where you can put stowage. It does come with a decent amount of ammo cans, jerry cans, spare track links, things of that nature. So you do get they do give you a semblance of where all those can possibly go, but you're always free to choose how you want to put those on. So overall, not a bad kit. I was able to pick this one up for relatively inexpensive. So got that going for it. It has decent mold quality. You could see there was some ejector pins on the Browning there. There are some ejector pins in unfortunate locations, including on the tracks. It's definitely not up to today's modern standards. So I'm going to give this overall, for plastic quality, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. And mainly just because it is an old tooling, and it builds up like an older kit. Like I mentioned, the open sponsons, unfortunate ejector pin markings, things like that. Decal quality, it's a small set of decals. Academy's decals, at least within the last decade, are usually pretty good decals, in my opinion. I haven't had any real problems with them. The carrier film is kind of large on some of the decals, so I'm going to knock one point off for that. Overall presentation, however, I feel like for the price, you do get a lot in the kit. You do get a figure. It is older. It is like the older Desert Storm style uniform, so you definitely need to update that if you wanted to make it more modern. But I mean, you get a figure, you get decals, you get the infrared panels on the turret as separate components. You get the nylon mesh for the bustle rack. You get somewhat adequate amount of stowage for it. You get the clear parts. I mean, so you get a lot in the box. The box is definitely attractive. Academy has done a really good job for the most part in creating attractive box art, and kind of good graphic design for their boxes. So overall presentation, I like it. I I will be building this up and putting it in a diorama at some point, so look forward to that. But yeah, that's about it. You know, if you can find it on the cheap, I'd definitely say pick it up. At the very least, it could be a fun weekend build. You know, slap together, throw some paint on it, and call it good. But at the same time, I think it's also a decent starter. You know, starting. You know, place to start to do like super detailing scratch building. If you want to put it, you know, into a diorama, I think it has good potential. So there you go. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks.